Welcome to Grown Folk Stories, y'all. James B. Give it up for James B. Had a thing. Here he is. Come on up, homie.
You're very welcome. Enjoy.
So how many of y'all have been in tumultuous relationships? I had one. So take this off. We were either passionately making love or we were in some heated, argument. So one day we're going on a trip because she wants to visit her friend who's in Detroit. And so I'm driving, and it's in the evening. It's on a Friday evening. And so my girlfriend at the time, she says, "James, do you really want to go on this trip?" And mind you, we're probably like 2 hours away from Detroit at this point. I probably should have said something to what I'm about to tell you what I said. And I said, "No, I really didn't want to go on this trip." And so she's like, "You didn't?" And I was like, "No," because I was going to start another job that Monday, and I told her, I said I wanted to have a few days off. And she said, "Well, I can't believe you're going on a trip and you really didn't want to go on a trip. Why would you do that?" And I said, "Well, I'm doing it because I care about you. That's why I'm doing it." Next thing I know, we get to this heated argument. And she's like, "Turn the car around. I don't want to go on a trip." I'm like, "What do you mean? We're almost in Detroit." "No, turn around. It's going to be a horrible trip. You're going to be pouting. You're going to be sulking, blah, blah, blah." I'm like, "You got to be kidding me. I'm not doing this." So we get this heated argument. I'm like, "You know what? Fine. I'll do it." So I turn back around. I know. I turn back around. I cannot believe it. I turn back around, head back to Chicago. It was probably about 11 or midnight or something like that. So I drop her off at her place. I go to my place. Call her the next day. Doesn't answer the phone. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Doesn't answer the phone. Weekend, I go to her place. I'm knocking on the door. I'm like, "Look, you need to answer the door. I'm gonna stay here until you come out." So then she had the chain thing on, right? So she's like peering through it as if I'm like a criminal or something. I'm like, "Got to be kidding me, right?" So let me in. So she finally lets me in. I'm like, "Are we gonna talk about this?" She's like, "No, it's over. I'm tired of arguing with you. You've been a horrible boyfriend." And she just starts saying all these crazy things. I'm like, "You know what? It's just another one of our blow up, arguments. It's okay." So I leave. And so I'm expecting her to contact me at some point. A week goes by, 2 weeks goes by, 3 weeks go by. I'm like, "Damn." So she finally contacts me and says, "I want to talk with you." I said, "Oh, great." I said, "We're going to make up now." And she's like, "James, it's over. It's over for good. I met somebody else." And I'm like, "What? How in the world do you meet somebody that short span of time?" I'm like, "She must have been dipping out on me." I said, "I can't believe this." So it's over. I'm at work one day. And sometimes you have lulls in your day, and I had a lull in my day. And I'm sitting there, and I have to put this point out. My ex-girlfriend is Indian. So I don't know what possessed me to do this, but I typed in indiandating.com. So I typed it in, and then I knew she had this nickname when she was in her sorority. And so I typed in the nickname, and sure enough, her profile popped up. And I'm like, "You got to be kidding me." So I read the profile, and it has what she wants, and it's like, "I want somebody who's tall and who's creative, and he likes to go to restaurants and concerts." I'm like, "This is the stuff I like to do." Like, I don't understand what the problem was. I'm like, "This doesn't even make any sense." And the thing that really got me heated, I looked at the photos, right? She had photos of she and I, but I was cropped out of the photos. I was cropped out of the photos. I said, "You got to be kidding me." And I know this is crazy, but I'm ashamed to even say this. So then I created a profile on indiandating.com. And I wrote all this, stuff I really believed. And obviously I'm not Indian, so I surfed the internet for an Indian guy's photo that if I was Indian, this is what I would want to look like. I posted it, and then I sent it off. I also sent my ex a wink, or whatever they do. I've never been online dating, so she responded pretty quickly, actually. So I was like, wow. And so we started this conversation back and forth. And so then I thought to myself, I'm like, "Well, I gotta see what's going on." So I started thinking of all the Indian male friends that I have who would be willing to go on a date with my former girlfriend. So I'm telling this So I called one of my friends. He's like, James, listen to yourself. He says, James, you're a stalker. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm glad my boy told me this because I'm like, he's right. I am stalking her. This is ridiculous. But this is the crazy thing. I go back to the profile, right? And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to end it. All these Indian sisters were like blowing my thing up, right? And then I thought for a minute, maybe I should talk to some of them. But I was like, no, that wouldn't be cool. So thank you very much.
Give it up! Give it up! Are you kidding? Oh, yeah, ooh, sorry. I went online. I did a little online dating. I was really embarrassed. My profile, I like what you want. I said, I like men with scars around their mouths and eyes, with big hands, weather-beaten hand, and I was like, why isn't anybody hitting me up? And then I would get pictures of dudes, from Algonquin, in tiny, jean shorts, leaning on a Camaro. This is and I was with a big belly and a mullet, and I was like, what? And they were like, check out these scars, and I was like, oh God, wrong thing to write. I was not the right person to go online, and I guess I was being poetic. I don't know what the fuck I was doing.